Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
Welcome back to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm Mark Webster, and this week's guest is Pastor Eric Johns of the Buffalo Dream Center, who's been bringing attention to the city's homeless population for nearly a quarter century by joining them on the streets for a week.
Every year we do this, you never know what kind of weather you're going to have in Western New York in November. And over the years, I've experienced everything from, oh, wow, we could get away with a T-shirt to deep freeze. And they're telling people to stay in their homes. So we've kind of experienced everything. But we look forward to it every year, no matter what the weather.
I guess that's appropriate in a way because people who are out on the street homeless, they don't have a choice on what weather they're going to face either.
That's exactly true. The whole point of it is to live in another man's world, even if it's just for a short time, and to identify with them and bring the love of Christ to them.
Bring me back to year one. How did this get started?
Well, way back 24 years ago, we were working with inner city kids at the Buffalo Dream Center, doing a lot of programs for children. And we were busing kids into our church, and more than 2/3 of my church was under the age of 20. And most of the kids that came didn't come to the Dream Center with their parents. They were plugged in through our after-school programs or different things that we ran and being transported to church. And so we built a relationship with a lot of these kids. We just noticed that, there were things in their life that were different than for me when I grew up. And one of those things was Christmas Day. Christmas Day for a lot of them was just a day like any other day, a day off school, nothing special. There were no presents under the tree, no special meal. So we really wanted to do something to just help some of the kids. And so that first year, we gave toys to about 200 kids, which was a lot for us. Our church was only about 30 or 40 people at the time. So we thought 200 was big. But every year, as our church grew, and then it became known as Boxes of Love, and we started to partner with other churches. Now, because of the volunteers and the partnerships that we have in the community, we're able to give food to about 3,000 families. And we're now wrapping presents for usually every year around 5,000 kids. So what started with a couple of hundred children is, really taken on a life of its own. It just began to grow. And so now we're partnering all different denominations, all different churches and youth groups, and there's businesses and families that partner with us. And so we're giving food away in about 20 different neighborhoods throughout Buffalo and Niagara Falls. And we're able to do it because we have so many great partnerships. And we're also able to help a lot of those other churches that are helping us. So they're coming to our warehouse and picking up food so that they can feed their community. So we're running 20 different distribution sites, but we're also giving food to churches so they can reach their families and their communities, which is really exciting to me. So it's really become an amazing thing.
It almost feels like the parable of the mustard seed come to life.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, the more food we give away, the more just keeps coming in. Our warehouse is packed solid right now.
In situations like this, it's inevitable that not only are those you're trying to help blessed, but in the process, you yourself and those who have participated with you are blessed perhaps even more.
There couldn't be a statement more true. A couple of years ago, somebody said to me, "Oh, Pastor Eric, the homeless people, they really need you." I said to them, "No, I really need them," because it has changed my life so much to be able to spend my life just giving to those in need and helping others. And it's so fulfilling. We're going to be working, our staff and our family, right up until Christmas Day. And so it's pretty much a month-long process for us of just blessing families and giving things away. We're just so totally fulfilled doing it. We love what we do, and it changes you. We go on a lot of missions trips to Central America, and I always tell people, you're going to make a difference in someone's life, but you're going to be changed. And so Boxes of Love is kind of like that. It's like a big missions trip to bless the people of Western New York, and it's just been, over the past 24 years, an incredible experience.
And I bet you've seen a lot of impact on the kids who've gone out in that street with you, too.
Yeah, the first year I went out by myself, pretty much everybody thought I was nuts, to do it. And now I've got so many people that want to go with me out on the street for my homeless week that I got to turn people away. Mostly I'm taking younger people. My sons are going out with me again this year. One is 18 and the other's 19, and they plan on taking it over for me. We'll always do Boxes of Love, but we're passing the baton next year to the younger generation. generation to do the Homeless Week. It makes an impact on them and changes their lives forever.
It's got to bring quite a smile to your face when you look back on those 24 years and what it's all meant.
It really does. There's so many stories, so many things, so many people that are still a part of my life from over 20 years ago because we stepped out and done this. We really don't even refer to the homeless as homeless at the Dream Center. I'm doing that right now for the sake of the interview, but we always call them our friends from the streets. I've become affectionately known as their pastor. It's just been a wonderful experience to see the lives that have been impacted. It's a really nice feeling to think of the lives that have been introduced to Jesus Christ over the past quarter century. It's pretty awesome.
That's Pastor Eric Johns of the Buffalo Dream Center, helping and bringing attention to the city's homeless population for nearly a quarter century. Join us again next week as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.